Hello and welcome to this video tutorial where we look at how to change data from a row into a column in Power Query. Now this video is the result of a question that I was asked at a recent Power Query course. And what we have on screen is a scaled down and fictional example of the type of data that person had. They had data about universities and they stretched over 2 rows. So I have this sample data here with locations and then its address always on a row underneath the main row of data. Now we need that data in the same row but another column. Now in this example, the data is on alternate rows, and that's the data that I had on that course. But I'm going to do a second example with a variable number of rows, so stick around for that. Let's begin by loading this data into Power Query. If I select the range and click on Data from Table/Range, as this data is already in Excel. I'll click OK to create this table and we'll jump into Power Query. So to do this, we are going to create a conditional column. And we are looking for patterns. As long as we have a way of identifying an address in this case, but whatever the row of data is, if you can identify it, we can, with a conditional column, create the other column that we need. So in this example, I'm going to identify the address rows because the ID column has a null value. So if I click the Add Column tab, Conditional Column, that will present us with this nice user-friendly window. I will name the new column Address, and we will set up a condition so that if the column ID is equals to null, then the output will actually, it won't be this alphanumeric data that we can type. It's actually going to be a column, and that column will be the location. So that is where the address is stored. Else, I will return a null. And that's a key step. That's what really makes this different to just duplicating a column. Because by bringing across a null value, we will be able to fill those null values in a moment. If I click OK, I get this additional column. And it doesn't maybe look too impressive yet. We do have the address in the same row, not in the same row as the ID and the values, which is our goal. So with the address column selected, we can click Transform, Fill Up, and that will fill those null values with that address. We can now go and remove the null rows because they are no longer needed. So filter for the ID column, uncheck null, click OK, and we have our data. We have converted it from a row into an additional column. We can now close and load this back into Excel or into the data model or wherever we need to. So just to finish this example, Home, close and load, and that loads it as a table to a worksheet. Now I have this second example which we can approach in the same way. We have these variable rows this time. So we've got information on one row with the location ID, a region, and then we've got these values for different locations within that region. And we can see it varies. There is 4 for the east, 3 for the south, and 5 for the west. But that's not a problem. So let me close and load this to Power Query, and I'll see you in there. Here we are, and we need a conditional column. But remember, we always need some way of identifying what we want, some kind of pattern. And the problem here is all of those locations. But because there's a variable number of those, I'm going to approach it from the opposite of the previous example and target the main data rows, the ones with the ID and the region. So add column, conditional column, and there are a variety of ways that we can write this condition. The approach I want to take here is to ask that if the location ID column does not equal null, so it's not empty, then the output will be the column which is the region. Otherwise, it will be null. And remember, that step is critical because we will be able to fill down the regions in this scenario over those null values. If I click OK, I get this new column that I did not name, and that was done intentionally because this is a region column. And I couldn't name it region because I already have one named that. So we will rename that shortly. For now, I will click transform, fill down to fill the null values. I can then fill down the location ID over their null values, and then I'm going to use those null values in the value column and remove those. Remove that null value, click OK, and here we have our result. Just a little bit of tidying up. I'll rename that region as the location, custom as region, and then just move that into its appropriate position. And we have managed to convert those location rows into an additional column. So as long as we have a pattern in our data that we can work with, we can create conditional columns, and with a fill technique as well, change our data from rows to columns. I can close and load this back to the worksheet, and I hope you found these two examples in this video useful. Please subscribe to get the latest videos at this channel, and thank you for watching.